Starting a business in 2025 is easier than ever, but only if you know the right steps to take. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do to build an online business from scratch, even if you have no experience or money to invest. This is going to be your complete actionable roadmap to go from no idea to a fully functioning, profitable online business. My name's Lane. I have an online business that I went full-time with in 2020. I've since grown to multiple six figures and started coaching others on how to build theirs. I've coached hundreds of people on how to take their idea of what they want to teach online and build it into a profitable online business. I love to help people who are just starting out figure out what it is that makes you tick and how to make money doing that online and impact a lot of people. But before we can get into what to do, I'm gonna talk about the mistakes to avoid, because I've seen and made a lot of mistakes in online business and I wanna help you avoid them. The first mistake that a lot of people make is just they throw spaghetti at the wall. This is one of the things that I used to wear as a badge of honor. I actually remember talking to someone and saying, oh, I just try everything, I just do whatever it takes. And that's okay at first, especially if you're just trying to figure it out. It's one of the reasons why I want to make this kind of videos, because I wish I had had a clear roadmap when I first started. But I hope I can save you some time so that you don't have to throw spaghetti at the wall, because maybe you've tried posting on every different platform, and because you've tried growing everywhere, maybe you haven't been able to grow anywhere. Maybe you've launched a product or built a product and didn't really know if it was going to work or who it was exactly for, or maybe you just have had a hard time nailing down your specific niche, and so you're really just casting a pretty broad net. You're throwing spaghetti at the wall. The problem with this is it can expend a lot of energy and not get you the results that you really need to continue to be successful. So in this video, I'm gonna help you to avoid just throwing spaghetti at the wall by having a very clear plan. The second mistake people make is overthinking and never starting. This is a plague that hits a lot of people, especially if you have perfectionistic tendencies. This is the idea that you can just plan your way into creating the best business from the very start before you've ever even decided on or done anything in your online business. It has to be perfect. The problem with it is you cannot perfect something that you haven't put out into the world. Because you're gonna have a clear roadmap mapped out in this video, perfectionism can kind of go by the wayside because you'll know what you're doing is the right thing and you don't have to overthink it. Another mistake people make is chasing trends. When I was first getting into online business, I was looking at what's popular. And back in those days, a really popular business model was drop shipping. I didn't even really understand what drop shipping was or how to do it, but I was convinced that if I was going to have an online business, it had to involve drop shipping, whatever that was. The other thing was fulfillment by Amazon, FBA. So I started looking into this business models and I got very discouraged because I realized from the very start, this is not me. This is not what I want to do. So I want to encourage you, if you're looking at trends and what people are doing and you think, I want to be an online business and I want to make money online, but I don't want to do that, rest assured you can make a great living and have a profitable business and never chase a trend. And I'll show you exactly how to do it in this video. Another mistake people make is thinking that you need a big budget to get started. You need a lot of money to invest, and it's simply not true. In online business, you can get started for very little. In fact, if you have an iPhone that you can record video content or even audio content on and internet access, you can get started in your online business. You do not need anything else. Certainly other things can help, but even so, your investment is very, very small. And this is one of the benefits of an online business over a brick and mortar business. Brick and mortar business, there's a whole lot of upfront expenses just to get started doing business. Online, it is completely different. It's much more streamlined and doesn't cost as much as you might think. In fact, sometimes people will say like, how much did you borrow to start your business? And I'm like, never, nothing. I've never borrowed a single dime to do this. It's paid for itself the entire way. And as it's grown, I've been able to just take the profits and invest it back in and also pay myself a lot of money in the process. So it does not take a lot of money to get started and it does not take a lot of money to grow. There's two more mistakes for us to cover, but before we do, I just want to mention if you're liking this and you're getting something out of it, hit that like button because it really does help. There's something about the algorithm where if you hit the like button, YouTube says this must be good. So if you're liking it, please do that. Trying to be everywhere at once. This is a common mistake that people make when they're getting into online business. They see that people that are already successful are on every platform. They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube Shorts, they're on Instagram Reels, they're on YouTube long form, they're over at LinkedIn. And so when people jump into online business, they think, well, for me to be successful, I guess I have to do it all and I have to be everywhere. The problem with being everywhere is, especially when you're first starting out, it is very difficult to get traction anywhere. It's far more valuable if you focus on one platform and dominating on one platform, and then later you can spread it out and be in different places. So again, in this video, we'll talk about exactly where to be and how to get successful in one place first. That's all you need to make a lot of money and a huge impact. And then finally, giving up too soon. Let's be real. When we're doing this, it's going to take time. This is the kind of business that is a little bit of a slow build. At first, you're going to be making videos that not very many people are watching. You're going to be sending emails that not many people are opening. You're going to be launching products that not very many people are buying. But if you continue to build this, eventually it reaches this point where it far outpaces your efforts. This is where you get this massive scale and leverage in your online business that far exceeds anything that you could do if you continue to trade time for money in a job. So don't give up and stick with it. And again, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to stay the course, knowing where this is all going so that you can be successful. So if any of these mistakes are familiar to you, I just want to mention you are not alone. Every single one of these has been a part of my experience and the experience of almost everybody I've ever talked to in online business or have ever coached. The good news is there is a way to do it right, and I will show you in this video, so continue to stick around. Okay, now we're jumping into the really good stuff. This is the blueprint that I promised you. The first step of the blueprint is to pick a profitable niche. The niche that you're going to pick is going to determine what your content is about, what your products are centered around, what kind of problem you solve as an overall brand, what you help people do or overcome or think through when you coach them. So your niche is pretty important. You want to start by asking 3 questions: who, what, and how. Who am I trying to help? What am I helping them do? And how am I helping them do it? So who am I trying to help? What am I helping them do? And how am I helping them do it? The who question is perhaps the most important of all of these. Think deeply about who this person is. I know for me, my who is who I was about 8 years ago. I was trying to figure out, how do I build an online business? And I didn't quite know exactly how to get started, how all these pieces fit together. And so now, 8 years later, having built a successful online business, it's my desire and passion to help people who were just like me, who are saying, I have an idea, I want to make money, I want to set myself free from my 9-to-5 and do meaningful work and make an impact and do it all honestly and with ethics and morals. How do I do that? I want to help that person. So that's who I'm helping. What am I helping them do? I'm helping them build an online business without having to build a large social media following. And so if you think about who you're trying to help, if you're trying to help busy moms and you're into fitness, then maybe your niche could be helping busy moms lose weight while not spending hours at the gym. So here we go. It's busy moms, so they don't have a lot of time, and they want to get fit, and they don't want to do it by spending hours and hours at the gym. So that's a very specific type of person. What you're helping them do is get fit without spending hours at the gym. And then how you're going to help them do it is going to be in your content. It's going to be in your courses. It's going to be in your coaching, etc. So you want to think about who, what, and how. When it comes to your niche, I really love the way Justin Welsh puts it. He says, it's not so much about choosing a niche, it's about embracing an obsession. What are you obsessed about? What could you talk about for hours? What do people come to you already and ask you for advice about? That's probably a pretty good indication of what your niche should be. And to the extent that that can solve a problem that people deeply feel, you're onto something. Now we're going to choose a business model. This is a really important part of this equation because you have to know, what is this going to look like when you start offering products? What kind of products are you going to offer? And what's nice about this is that you can start really focused on one model and then build it out later. So let's talk about some business models. One is selling digital products. Think courses, ebooks, mini courses, flagship courses, things like that. This is a really popular model. It's what I help most people do because they're taking a content-based approach and they just want to bring people from their free content to paid content, which is really what courses are. I've done a lot of courses. I've written books. This is a model that I absolutely love. Another model would be the coaching and consulting model. This would be the person who says, I don't know if I really want to build a digital product as much as I want to meet one-on-one with people, or a small group of people, and help them overcome their problems in a one-to-one or a one-to-few format. And then another one would be affiliate marketing. I love affiliate marketing. This is where you use and love certain products or software, and so you recommend those products and software to your audience, and when they purchase, you get a percentage of their purchase. All three of these models can really be awesome. And in fact, you can I combine all of these models. I have courses, I do coaching, and I do affiliate marketing, and it's all within the umbrella of my personal brand that you're interacting with right now, Lane Sebring. But when you're first starting out, it's really helpful to pick what you're going to focus on first, because you can't do everything. That's a little bit of a theme that we're finding here. Once you pick a niche, you really want to hone in on what am I going to do? And what I recommend is to start with coaching and then build a product out of that coaching. Here's what I mean. When you're first starting out and you don't have an audience yet and you don't have much content yet, the very first thing that you can at least do is hold your hand up and say, I'm available for coaching. Your rates are going to be low because you haven't coached anybody before, but you can still charge money and people will pay you, especially if you have the expertise and you can demonstrate that expertise. And one of the ways to start demonstrating that expertise is through your content. So make sure that you're making and releasing content from the very start, because that's going to increase your credibility so that you can charge for your coaching. So you start out, you do your coaching, and then once you've coached a lot of people, you're going to see some of the same general things emerge out of your different clients. They're going to have similar pain points. You're going to start to help them through some of the same issues. And so from that coaching, you can easily build your first course and then release that course to your broad audience and say, I've coached all these people and I've found out that this is what you're probably dealing with, and you can solve this problem with this mini course or this ebook or whatever. And then finally, along the way, you can recommend the things that you use that your audience would also enjoy using and make money from it through affiliate marketing. And when you put all that together, you've got a full suite of products, but you start with one model and really perfect it and hone in on it. And once it's working, you can build onto it. Step 3 is build your online presence. You do not need a fancy website to get started. You need a simple landing page where you can capture people's email addresses by offering them a lead magnet. The best way to do this is through a tool called Kajabi. Kajabi is an all-in-one online business solution that has your website, your landing pages, your email marketing, your payment processor, your online courses, your membership sites. Everything that you want to do or sell in your online business is done and can be done through Kajabi. And with my link, you can get a 30-day free trial of Kajabi over at lanesebring.com/Kajabi. You also get 3 pretty amazing bonuses. You get my Kajabi Accelerator course, which will help you get the best possible start on the platform. You also get my top 3 mistakes that new Kajabi users make. This is my exclusive masterclass. I actually helped 400 people get started on Kajabi. So I literally coached one-on-one 400 people as they were getting started on Kajabi. And from that, I learned exactly what people do to make mistakes on Kajabi, and I made this masterclass out of that, and that is included when you use my link. And you also get my 25K course launch email template, which are the exact emails and email strategy that I used to launch my first course, which did over $25,000. All of that is yours for free to say thank you for using my link, because it is an affiliate link. So when you use it, I do get a small commission. Kajabi does what you need to build your online presence. You can build your website, you can build a simple landing page, you can start your email list, and you can start to create your first course. You can do that all on Kajabi and so much more. Now, when you're building your online presence, you also want to start making content. Pick a platform. For most people who are teaching something online, you're not just entertaining and you're not doing news commentary, you're just teaching. YouTube is a wonderful place, because YouTube is not just a platform, it's a search engine. So people go to YouTube to try to figure out who has solved this problem before? Who knows something about this that I don't know? And if you can show up on the other end of those searches enough times, you start to build an audience. When you build that audience in your content, you are going to be inviting them to go to the next step with you. This is done through your lead magnet. This is a free, helpful resource that you provide for free in exchange for their email address. Again, this is why you need a tool like Kajabi to make sure that you can get people from your content on the social media platform to your email list. And this is done by bridging that gap with a lead magnet. If you want to see what a lead magnet looks like and what this process looks like when you're taking people from your content to your email list through a helpful piece of content, I want to invite you to my workshop. lanesebring.com/workshop is the Turn What You Know into Dough workshop. And I'm actually going to show you the 4 steps to creating your first $1,000 a month online in your online business in your spare time. And there's 2 reasons why I'm telling you about this. Number 1 is it is a lead magnet. This workshop is a lead magnet. So I'm showing you, I'm demonstrating to you exactly what I'm talking about, because you're watching a piece of content. You're going to go to this page, lanesebring.com/workshop. It's going to ask you to put in your name and email. And then in exchange for that name and email, you're going to get my Turn What You Know into Dough workshop. So you're going to see exactly what all this looks like. You're even going to see the emails that come afterwards that help you go deeper with my content and make you an offer for my flagship course. The reason why I'm telling you all that is I'm just showing you I'm doing exactly what I'm teaching. And so for if no other reason than to just study it and see how it works, you can go to the workshop. The other reason why I'm showing you is it's the perfect complement to this video, because in this workshop, I'm going to show you in detail the tools that I use, how I put everything together, even how I make graphics on Canva for my YouTube thumbnails, how I build my content, how I build my courses. It's all in there. It's free. It's on demand. You can watch it right now. lanesebring.com/workshop. Step 4 is we're going to create your first offer. Now, I mentioned when you picked a model to kind of hone in on, am I going to build a course or am I going to do coaching? And I encouraged you to at least offer coaching at first. And so you probably have coaching just kind of floating around, like it's there, but now is when you're really going to build your first product, your first standalone digital product. And in this case, my suggestion is to build a mini course. Think 5 to 7 lessons, solve one problem, solve it very quickly. Like think shortest path from where they're stuck to where they want to go. Like where is the person stuck? Where are they trying to get? And what are the milestones along the way to get them from where they're stuck to their desired location? Your course should do that in as direct a path as you possibly can, and package all that together and offer it for sale to the people who are following you. This offer doesn't have to be perfect. The course doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to solve a problem for your specific niche. You can make better iterations of the course later. You can make better products later. The key here is we're trying to take action and we're trying to do it as quickly as we can and get it to our people. Now, you might have questions about how to build a course or what to price your course at, or even how to launch it. At the end of this video, I'm going to point you to a playlist that's going to walk you through how to do all of that. Step 5 is we're going to market and scale the business. The way I love to do marketing is through content. So once you've got this whole infrastructure built out, you've decided on a niche, you know your business model, you have your first product mapped out, you have an online presence that you've built, you have a way to capture leads on your landing page, and you have an email list set up. Now it's time to double down on marketing. And the best way that I have found to do that in this business is through your content. Create free, valuable, helpful content consistently online on one platform. Again, my preference is YouTube. My second preference is Instagram. But build content that attracts the exact people that you're trying to help. And in every piece of content, invite them to grab your free resource, your lead magnet. But don't call it a lead magnet. Just call it your free helpful resource, so that you can begin to build your email list, so that you're not just hanging out on a social media platform that could be here today and gone tomorrow. You're bringing people to the place that you own, that you're not just renting space on like a social media platform, but you own it because it's your your email list over at Kajabi. And this will begin to create this cycle where people are watching your content and they're getting your lead magnet, they're getting into your email list, and then they're buying your coaching or buying your course. And then more people are watching the content and taking you up on the lead magnet and getting into your email list and buying your offer. And it becomes this virtuous cycle that continues to happen in the background of your life, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And one day you look up and you go, oh my gosh, I have built something. I've built something that is bigger than me. I've built something that outscales my ability. The way I look at it is I have 570 videos on YouTube that are all working for me all the time. They're doing the heavy lifting for me because they're showing up and they're there when people need me. And because of that, people are responding by getting my lead magnet, jumping into my email list, and then buying my course or applying for coaching. All of that is happening. And I've seen this happen in my business. I've seen it happen in my other business, Preaching Donkey. And I've seen it happen in hundreds of people's businesses that I've helped. And this can happen in your business as well. The first thing to do to get started is to go and check out the Turn What You Know into Dough workshop over at lanesebring.com/workshop. And then I promised you a playlist at the end of this. And this right here is your first 30 days on Kajabi, but it's really your first 30 days in online business because it's going to show you exactly step by step how to take everything we've talked about here and implement it over the next month to see massive results. I can't wait to see what you do with this. So click right there and I'll see you in that playlist.